All right, can we just stop down for just a second and talk about how hot the potato farmers are? No, I don't mean hot like that. I mean physically. Very warm season for the Washington potato growers, and we should thank them because summer is a crucial time for potato farming as warm weather and longer days provide optimal conditions for potato growth. Bet you didn't think you'd learn that on our podcast. These families are working hard to make sure you have French fries, to make sure you have mashed potatoes, and it is important to appreciate the hard work of our farmers who help sustain our food supply and don't get the same breaks this summer as you do. Learn more about how great our Washington State potato farmers are. Just go to potatoes.com/farmfamilies.
Northwest Handling Systems is hiring now, recognized for their industry-leading products. They're hiring field service technicians for equipment troubleshooting, diagnosis, and repair. Entry-level technicians start at $27 an hour with full benefits, plus a $2,000 sign-on bonus. A leading distributor of material handling equipment for over 50 years, serving Alaska, Washington, and Oregon. Apply today at nwhs.com/careers. Northwest Handling Systems, an equal opportunity employer.
Mercedes-Benz engineers took something great and made it even greater. With artificial intelligence, transparent hood technology, and intuitive design, the all-new 2023 GLC is completely reimagined. Learn more at mbusa.com/GLC.
Some equipment described as optional.
Second date update.
In previous second date calls, we've heard of people visiting a cemetery for a date.
Oh, yeah.
Like, remember the guy that wanted to introduce the girl to his grandparents?
Oh, yeah.
And so he took her to meet them, sort of.
Would have been sweet, and like maybe a couple years into your relationship.
Yeah.
They went to the gravestone.
Yeah, a little intense for the first date.
Right.
Yeah, it's true.
We've also heard about people stopping in on a funeral in the middle of their date because they forgot that they double booked it. And we're like, ooh, we can get back to the bar in just a second, but I have to make a stop just real quick.
I at least have to be seen here.
You can get a free bouquet of flowers, though, for your date.
Don't steal the flowers.
They don't know, Jose.
But, I don't think we've ever heard about two people meeting at a funeral before.
Oh.
So this is definitely a Brooke and Jeffrey first. And one of our listeners, Julia, says it just happened to her. So, Julia, welcome to the show.
Hi, guys.
Hey, with my background, I just have to ask. You weren't related, right?
No, it wasn't a kissing cousin situation.
Okay,
I'm glad to say that at least.
Okay.
Who is this guy that you met?
So I met Rick at a funeral.
Is it bad to ask that before we ask who died, or do we not ask who died? Is that weird?
Well, I don't know them.
I'm sure it'll get
I don't know.
naturally.
Sorry, was it someone in your family?
It was not someone in my family. It was a good friend of mine. It's her colleague that passed away.
Oh.
And
okay.
She said she really didn't want to go by herself. And last place I thought I was going to meet someone, I'll be honest with you.
Oh, really? I know it's in Alexis's top 5.
Yeah.
I am pretty emotional. I'm vulnerable.
Yeah.
But
She's looking for an old rich guy that's close to the same
she
thing.
can wear her tiny black dress.
With the crop top black dress? Yeah. It's cute.
You can wear that to my funeral. That's okay. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Sorry. I know this is more of a serious topic. But so how did you meet Rick?
So it's a tiny event. There's like maybe 25, 30 people.
Okay.
And I'm kind of people watching. And I look up and here's this like super cute, sensitive guy. And something in me said, when are you going to find someone that's showing like this vulnerable side to them?
Oh.
He was looking vulnerable?
Well, he's at a funeral.
role. Yeah.
Like, can you imagine some stoic dude going and not cry?
I don't know. I haven't cried at a funeral in a while.
You haven't?
No.
Oh.
I got
What?
I got an appearance to uphold. I got a manliness.
I guess it is more rare than Alexis and I figured. How do you strike up a conversation with him? Because you don't know him.
Well, it was like a private event. So there was like a viewing room and then there was like a little reception area with some snacks.
Totally.
Right.
What did you do?
Okay.
Walk up to him and go, "Come here often"?
Okay.
Oh, God.
That's not.
Hopefully
that's a
not.
joke. That's a joke.
Yeah.
I know.
What did you do?
A little bit like that. I went in
Oh.
and
I said it was joking. What?
just thought, let me go say hello.
Oh,
So
hey.
we started chit-chatting, just like superficial, like surface stuff.
What was his vibe getting chatted up in the middle of the funeral by a cute girl?
Was he like sniffling, crying, like, "Yeah, my name's Rick. Hi."
I think it gave him like a moment of distraction because
Oh,
he
that's
was so
good.
upset. Yeah. And
okay.
it was a beautiful day and there was like a little park outside. So I don't know who brought it up, but we decided why not get some fresh air and just kind of do a lap around the park? And so, yeah.
So he was thinking what you were thinking. Like, don't you think, you guys?
Well,
I mean, like, if a pretty girl you don't know comes up to you at a funeral, like,
Yeah. Why would you leave with her? if
you wouldn't
don't
leave
think-
with her.
Yeah.
Like, if your whole family's there and all your friends, like,
Well, sometimes if you're wound up in that emotional situation, it just helps to get out of there for a second, to have a chance to breathe and decompress, rather than being stuck in a room and feeling all
I
those
guess,
emotions.
but not with someone you just met.
Yeah.
If you want to be picky about who you take your walks with to decompress, then I guess that's you.
You're the one that doesn't get
It's a
emotional.
picky
and-
who sees an ugly cry.
Yeah, okay. How was the walk?
It was great. We were like chatting, we were kind of like just getting to know each other. And so I brought up the person that passed and just kind of asked him like how he knew her.
Yeah, that's a pretty normal question at a funeral.
Yeah, and that's when he got really emotional.
Oh.
So
Okay.
I went in, just to give him a hug, for comfort,
Yeah.
and we did kiss.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
I told you had a plan.
Wet kiss from all the tears.
Dang.
Oh my God. How,
So wait, is this the date? Like, did you made out at the funeral?
This is so weird. Like,
We just had one innocent kiss. It was.
okay, it wasn't like a full blown.
Yeah, it didn't get heavy or anything like that. And once we got back into, the room, I jokingly said to him, hey, maybe next time, we'll meet outside of a funeral.
Okay, yeah, because you're
And he
trying
was
to
like,
set yourself
no,
up.
this is where I like it.
This is what I like.
This is working for me.
This is my kink.
What did he say?
So we exchanged numbers.
Oh, okay, so he's into it.
All right.
Good.
And?
Everything seemed fine, and now I can't get a hold of him.
Okay.
How long has it been?
It's been about a week.
A week, okay.
This is the one time we can't say she got ghosted.
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
not-
It's a good
You
thing.
saying it hits
Not the right
different.
term
Right.
today.
Okay.
Oh.
And there's no chance there were any other, like, cute girls at the funeral.
He was just
You went, oh my God.
How many
names
walks
left
did he
and
take
right.
that day?
No, there really wasn't a lot of other people there.
Maybe he's just still trying to process it all, That's a lot of emotion in one day.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I just I'm curious did I really cross a line? Am I in my head? I'm dying to know what the other.
No, don't
I'm
use
sorry,
that word
that's
either.
a bad joke.
Let's not do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the right way to say this. Put your anxieties to rest. No.
No.
I don't know. We'll get answers.
Okay. Yeah, there we go.
We'll do your hopefully more uplifting second
yay.
date update.
Yes.
Less morbid second date update.
Exactly. We'll do it right after this, okay?
Okay, thanks, guys.
Okay, hold on.
Second date update.
I'll be honest. The
Okay.
most shocking part of what we just heard after Julia met a guy at a funeral is the fact that all of my co-hosts seem to be totally cool with it.
What do you mean?
What?
I was surprised. I thought somebody here would take issue with an impromptu funeral hookup.
No,
But-
if people get horny at my funeral, I say go for
You're
it.
getting dressed up anyway. Makeup, hair done.
It's definitely unique, okay?
Jose is the only one who's like kind of reserved about
know,
it.
it
Brooke
is a
wishes
little
they went
different.
farther.
The only thing in life that's guaranteed, Jeff, is death
Brooke's
and
like,
taxes.
use
So,
my casket while
you
it's
know.
open.
Yeah, that's not usually a turn on to people,
it's
though, Brooke.
like-
I don't know. I guess I underestimate this group, how down you are for anything. And when I said hookup, that's kind of a strong word.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah.
it was an innocent kiss that proves love can blossom anywhere,
That's right. And,
even from death.
well,
is
usually that's pretty
true.
fertile ground.
Yeah, Julia, if we were...
I'm trying not to laugh, Brooke. Come on.
This is a serious
You
thing.
have to laugh else you
Okay.
just cry. I mean, what's your options,
Julia,
right?
I
No, it
apologize
just
for
feels wrong.
Brooke, first of all, okay?
I kind of get it.
All right.
Yeah, see?
Now, if we are able to get you a second date, are you excited to tell your future grandkids that you Frenched their father above a tombstone on your first
Oh,
date?
God, I thought Brooke was bad.
That one was at
Jeffrey.
least tasteful. Had French in it.
It was well said.
Oh, man.
Julia?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're excited.
Yeah.
Try not to laugh
Okay.
either.
Man,
I am. He's just super cute and
Yeah.
sensitive, and that's like what I was trying to attract. So there he is. Sorry I met him at a funeral.
Yeah. Well, and we'll be respectful when he's on the phone because he did get emotional when you brought up the person that passed. Like we don't want to hurt his feelings or, make him upset.
Yeah. Like I don't want to be a jerk, you know, and be insensitive, but
unless he's a jerk to us first. Then no problem.
Yeah, then totally.
We're still not going to do that.
Well, if he starts it,
we're above that.
Can't help myself.
It's like, we go higher.
Nope. Going low.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
I'm call him right now.
I'm worried about this call.
Hello?
Hey, we're looking for Rick.
This is Rick. Who's calling?
Hey, Rick. My name is Jeff from a radio show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
Hey, Rick.
Hey,
we're all here.
Good morning.
Hey, what's going on?
We were past some security footage from a local cemetery, and
Jeff.
we saw something interesting happen there.
Well, we heard.
I don't like the angle we're taking here.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't?
No.
I
right.
think you just...
Rewind it. We're a radio show, and we do a silly segment called Second Date Update.
Okay.
Sorry, I know that was a lot.
Yeah, we went all over the place.
Yeah.
This is a segment where we try and help out our listeners who've met someone or been on a date with someone they really liked, try and get another date and figure out why it hasn't happened yet. So the cemetery I was talking about was where you met Julia, one of our listeners.
Julia.
It was about a week ago.
Yeah, no, I remember Julia.
What was that like for you, meeting Julia?
I mean, she's great, really. I didn't know her long, but we really vibed, as odd as that is, at a funeral.
We get the sense that you may have liked her a little bit because rumor has it you two kissed.
Oh, man. Yeah. Listen, guys, it's just kind of a weird situation.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, definitely unique.
I bet you didn't expect that to happen that day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for sure not. Listen, I just feel guilty, and that's why I haven't called.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Just because it was at a funeral.
Are you in a relationship?
That's it.
No, I'm not at all. It's a job thing.
Job?
You feel guilty of your job?
I'm just going to be straight with you. I was hired by that person, the person who has passed away, her family, to be a professional mourner at the event.
Wait, what?
Oh, what?
A professional
Say that
mourner.
slower. Say that slower.
I was hired by that person's family to be a professional mourner at the event.
What?
Okay, now say it even slower.
Yeah. Actually, speed it up a little. Let's get it right in the middle.
You didn't know the person who died at the funeral?
No, I've never met her before.
Oh!
What?
Why did they need you?
So why did you get emotional? She said you got emotional when you guys were on the walk and you brought her up.
Professional mourner.
Good
He's
at his
paid
job.
to cry.
Good at his job.
That's essentially it. I am paid to be a mourner there. So what happens is I go to things like this, to a funeral, and I'm an actor. I become emotional.
Why would people want that at a
Yeah.
funeral, though? It's like, oh, Grandma wasn't that well loved. Can somebody cry for
Yeah.
her? Like, I don't get it.
She said it was a super tiny funeral.
Brooke,
Maybe this makes sense.
You might want one of these for your funeral. So let's just keep this guy's number.
I'm forcing you to cry.
Hey, I'll be a professional laugher at your funeral, Brooke.
Yeah, why? That is a good question, though. Why do people hire you? What's the point?
Well, sometimes it just makes a place look fuller. Sometimes people are less self-conscious about getting emotional if there's already someone there doing it. I'm kind of like an icebreaker.
Okay. I mean, for like a, emotionally closed off family, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, so back to why you called. I really don't want to tell her why I was there. I mean, I was paid to be there, and it feels strange to tell her now,
Yeah. You don't have to beat yourself up trying to figure out how to tell her because you kind of already did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait, so you actually get paid to cry at strangers' funerals?
Yeah.
Hey.
That's Julia.
Yeah, no, I got that.
Okay.
Pretty
All right,
quickly.
yeah. We'll just let you guys talk.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, I mean, you heard it. Essentially, yeah, I am paid to cry there, but it's not just crying. Sometimes I'll I've given a speech before. I've been a pallbearer. I mean, I guess I just sort of lucked out. I didn't realize one of my job perks was meeting folks as we bury the dead, but there you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude.
Julia, I mean, how are you feeling hearing all that?
I guess I just thought you were this really sensitive person that was feeling your emotions, and then just to find out that it's all just a big game. It's I don't know. I'm kind of.
I know it's super weird. I know I was weird when I first got hired, but my feelings for you are real. The second time I cried with you in the park, remember that? That was real.
Oh.
When you guys kissed?
You brought the real emotion out of me, and that's why I kissed you.
But you cried because I brought up the person that passed. So all you did was you were primed to be triggered by that to cry. So how can I trust anything when I know that you're preparing yourself for a reaction?
I mean, do you trust a dentist to not scrub your teeth when he's not at work? You know what I mean? Work is work. You don't.
Okay, that was a weird analogy, but you got somewhere. I see. Okay, yeah. He's able to leave it at home. Well, I mean, he sounds sincere. Yeah, he Were you going to call her?
I wanted to, yeah. I didn't know how to say it. I was trying to figure it out.
Yeah, he's in a tough position. I want to believe you at this point, Rick. And I feel like at this point, I mean, I might cry if you guys don't go out together on another date, because what does that say about me as a radio host?
It's not cute when you never
cried at a funeral. Well, now he's crying about this date.
I'll cry with you.
Are you acting?
Do you want me to cry with you?
I'd love to send you on a date. Please.
Jeff, you crying is making me laugh. Stop.
We're paid for the date.
Are you sure you want a sensitive guy?
Dude, you're so
Are you sure you want a sensitive guy?
I'm just being in the room with Jeff right now. I'm just saying.
Seriously, Rick, are you up for seeing Julia? And because it sounded like you were genuinely into her.
Yeah.
Yes, without a doubt.
Oh.
Now the question is, Julia, are you still interested in going out with Rick again after what you heard?
No, I think I have to pass.
No, Julia.
I'm sorry.
I'm a terrible radio host.
Okay.
You are.
Yeah,
Honestly, no one feels bad for you.
If I can't make this happen, I can't make anything happen.
All right. This is pathetic.
I got a gig next Tuesday I can't go to if you want to fill in for me.
Oh, God.
No, Jeffrey,
I'll be there.
Someone's going to be like, is that young Jeffrey crying at my aunt's funeral?
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
Yo, what's up? You know who it is, DJ Scream, co-host of the Big Facts Podcast right here on the Black Effect Podcast Network. Each and every week, myself, Big Bang, Baby J, we sit down with some of the biggest artists and influential minds from the culture, like 21 Savage, Lil Baby, Jeezy, Trick Daddy, and so many more. Tap into the hottest podcasts in the streets. Listen to Big Facts on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
For the streets. Exactly. It's Big Facts.
No cap.
I'm Noemi Uribe. I was a part of Hillsong Church, but I left. And now I'm telling my story. False Prophets dives into a world of star preachers, and we investigate Hillsong's wealth. I've had access to information Hillsong never wanted the public to see. These podcasts are about people who believed in a church that said, "Welcome home." Listen to False Prophets, Hillsong on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey everybody, I'm Coach Bill Courtney from the Oscar-winning documentary, Undefeated. I believe that our country's problems can never be solved by a bunch of fancy people in nice suits talking big words that nobody ever uses on CNN and Fox, but rather by an army of normal folks, us, just you and me saying, hey man, I can help. Our podcast, An Army of Normal Folks, is building up this army that I think can change this country, and I hope you'll join us wherever you listen to podcasts.